Everyone and their mother likes to make comebacks at the exact same time in K-pop, and this always happens. It's been 0.5 seconds since Queen Card and Spicy came out. Jooheon's mini album dropped. Icky finally came out. We're going to blink, and Stray Kids is going to be back, and SHINee is going to be back. And for some reason, Boy Next Door's debut and Enhypen's comeback dropped on the same day. And we need to talk about Enhypen. First of all, the song is called Bite Me, and look, I saw that the album or whatever is called Dark Blood, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're going back to the vampire concept. But the title, first of all, there's no hyphen in it, but, I wasn't vibing with it, but since it was vampire-based, they could get away with it, I suppose. But then the MV came out, and I watched it, and no, I think everyone needs to remember, when we're calling this sexy, that Nicki is still a minor. And no minor needs to be in anything, whether it's a second gen gem or a fourth gen revolution or not. No minor needs to be in anything that's sexy. Visually, obviously the music video is very stunning. It's beautiful overall. Lyrically, it's definitely vampire based. So some of the lyrics you can be a little lenient with because of that concept, even though for the last 200 years, vampires, at least to some level, have always been sexy and sensual, and especially kind of in modern times, that's almost entirely what they're associated with. In popular culture, you don't get too much of the terrifying, bloodthirsty monster that is vampires. A lot of they're meant to be attractive. And not just attractive, but like sensual, erotic, sexy. Not all the time. Trust me, not all the time. But largely that's kind of what they're associated with at this point. And so while some of the lyrics, like, oh my God, leave the mark on my neck that it's yours, just come over and bite me. Obviously, it's vampire. But when you juxtapose it with the visuals, the choreography, the smoldering looks, it's quite not okay. And then you have other lyrics like, come here and get some.
Come here and get some. 남겨줘 on my knee. 네거는 증거. Just come over and bite me.
And then the amount of times where they say kiss me and bite me, it's like, okay, I know it's vampire. However, you can't put those sentences together and it not be suggestive. Again, come to me, tie me. If you're going to save me, just come kiss me and bite me. I don't like it. And then the overall sentiment of the song, it's very submissive. Come here and get some, leave the mark on my neck that it's yours, just come over and bite me. Come here and get some, sidekick that worships you, that's my destiny, just come over and bite me. That is an odd sentiment when they're so young. I know it's vampire, I know it's concept, but it's a big issue in music, especially in K-pop, of fans essentially thinking they have ownership over these idols, which is why they get so pissed off when they get into romantic relationships or see them doing anything, no matter how innocuous, that goes against their idea, their mental image of their relationship, this parasocial interaction with these artists. So I just don't know how smart it is to have such young artists out here talking about devour me. There's a balance, and that's not to say that fans are correct in doing that. That's not to say that that artists shouldn't be able to put out songs like that. That's not what I'm saying. It's just everything together. It's the clusters of the looks, the choreography, the lyrics, the sentiment, like the words themselves and the sentiments. It's not a great mix when Nicki is a minor and the others aren't that long into adulthood. Friendly reminder that adulthood in Korea, you reach adulthood at 19, international age. Oh, Nicki's Japanese. Well, in Japan, it's 18, and that changed from 20 literally last year. April 2022, it was lowered from 20 to 18. So until 0.5 seconds ago, Nicki would be a minor for 3 more years in his home country. And regardless the country he's in, the country he's promoting in, the country that's having him do this, he's still a minor. What's really annoying is that there are some people who are upset about the choreography with the female dancers. And it's annoying because it seems their issue, or at the very least people are taking their issue to be, is that there are female dancers that Enhypen are dancing with girls. That's not the problem. And anyone complaining about that needs to stop. They need to reevaluate their perception of these guys You don't own them. They can dance with girls, okay? And they're just dancing. It's choreography. It's a professional thing. But the specific choreography that they're doing, it's not cool. When Nicki is a minor, it's very suggestive. It's quite close. It's quite intimate giving. And yeah, it does give second gen. It does give sexy. And they shouldn't be doing that. Nicki is 17. And he's only been 17 for 5 months. He's not even 17 and a half. I don't think they need to get rid of the female choreography, but they do need to alter it, which might be too much. It might be too difficult. I don't know. I'm sure they can do it. I take issue with the fact that it was done at all, that it was approved at all. Obviously, the choreographers, some of the onus, I think, is on them. I'm pretty sure they're aware who they're making their choreography for. And I think you should consider the fact that there are children when you make choreographies. However, whoever at B-Lift, Hype, whatever, who approved and said, this is the choreography we're going to use, we're going to do this with our 17-year-old artists, I need them to be more responsible. I need them to be more serious. Be so serious, because that's ridiculous. But honestly, I don't know what I expected, because this is the same group that put out Fever in 2021, April 26th, 2021. Let's do some math. Heesung was 19 and a half. That's barely legal. Jay was 19 and 6 days. Barely an adult. Jake was 18 and 5 months. That's an adult in Australia, but that's not an adult in Korea. Sunghoon turned 18 4 months before. Again, not an adult. Sunwoo was 17. Jungwon was 17 and 2 months. Nicki was 15. He had been 15 for all of 4 months when Fever came out. And y'all had him over here, my body is burning because of you. Stop, please don't stop, baby, oh baby. I'm sorry? What? 15. Please stop, don't stop. Please stop, don't stop. My body is burning up because of you. My heart thirsts because of you. Like a fever. I want to ache for you. These are lyrics they had minors singing. With that choreography, with that music video, in those scenes. They were children. People want to act like because they're teenagers, because some of them are almost legal, that it's not that bad. It is. It is. Because that's justification one that a lot of predators use. Oh, they look like adults. They're almost adults. And being a teenager is a very difficult time, and a time of a lot of hormonal changes, a lot of sexual changes in the body. So teenagers are actually quite susceptible to being manipulated in this way. It's also easier to overlook because the fans might be about the same age, or because, yeah, looking at them, you might not be able to tell that they're underage. But guess what? They are. There's really no justification for it. And I do not see it talked about enough when it's boys. Obviously, there's an issue with sexualization of the girls, but there's also an issue with it with the boys. And just like how Fever managed to become probably their most successful song, it often gets overlooked with the guys. It's fine. Probably just because the girls are into it, if we're being honest, which is also very strange to watch or just think about 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds or 14-year-olds looking at these other young teenagers or 17-year-olds doing very suggestive things. And it's not that they're creatively bad. Fever is a very good song. Fever has very good choreography. By me, it's probably gonna have to grow on me if I listen to it at all. It's the first listen, yeah, it's good. It definitely felt like second gen or early third gen. That's what I thought when I listened to it. So seeing other people say that, it's just like, yeah, I agree. But we can't let good music override the exploitation, okay? No minor needs to be in anything that can be called sexy. And that's really all I have to say about it. Apparently Bite Me, Dark Blood, whatever, is doing very well. And I love that for them in a way. It's just like with New Jeans at the beginning. I like that they're able to be successful. However, this shouldn't be how it happens. It's kind of unnerving a little bit that it is so successful because, just like with Fever, because it is, I hate using the term problematic, but problematic. It's dodgy. It's thorny. it's troublesome. It's very troublesome. So those are my thoughts. What are yours? Did you like Bite Me? Did it weird you out at all? Did Fever ever make you think this is weird? If not, I would love to know why. Anyway, thanks for watching.